Cancel.
Schweezy.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
All right, so another 3 weeks in a row doing some Thought Catalog articles. Thought Catalog knows who they are, unlike BuzzFeed, who thinks they're some woke individualist or whatever. So, it's time for us to, let's just
jump into it.
20 sexy things guys do that they don't even realize are sexy. Now, I'm a man. I've been sexy before to some people.
What?
Shut up. So anyways, let's just look at it. All right, let's look at the 20 things us fellas. Is it sexy to... So anyways, let's look at it. First one we got... First one, we're just off to a great start here. When they make noise during sex. Moaning. Guys are usually pretty quiet during sex, and so any noise that lets us know you're actually enjoying yourself is really exciting. I think this is one of those things, so when guys watch porn, I'm just saying, ideally, when a guy is watching porn, and usually to watch porn is to jerk off. If you're going for a laugh, gay old man porn is what you go to, but regular porn is we go to that. You're trying to, stay focused, trying to do that shit. And hearing another man moan is not what you want to hear when you're trying to come. That's 100% why you don't hear a lot of guys in porn, ever. Only during the story part. After that, they just keep it quiet. But no, fellas, it's okay to make some noise. I'd be in your mom's ear, like woo woo ah 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 woo 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 ah ah. That's how I'd be in your mom's ear, and shit like that. So yeah, fellas, it's okay to make noise during sex. Just make noise that you're make noise. It is kind of funny because you don't necessarily neither party needs to make noise for sexual intercourse to happen and even be okay, I feel like making noise is a good step to showing hey, I like this, continue to do this. Especially for women. Women I think are better on that idea than men, keep doing exactly what you're doing. And I think making noise it's okay. And look, unless you're making porn, if you're porn and you're a guy who makes noises during the porn, shut the fuck up. We didn't ask you a goddamn thing. But in normal sex, where there's no camera on you, shut the fuck up. Okay. Number 2, when they.
What?
Can I read? When they. Okay, I'm not wrong. They did it wrong. Okay, I'm gonna read it exactly how I'm reading it. So you think I'm the dumb one, and then I read it, and I'm not. When their fingers through their hair while thinking. I think when they run their fingers through their hair while they're thinking. Run their fingers through their hair, especially when they're doing it subconsciously, while thinking or after working out to get the sweat off their forehead. I don't know. I've heard I know girls will mess with their hair if they're kind of interested in you. Or I think we all have a weird tick. I always touch my fingernail. Cause I get ingrown fingernails, and so I always stretch. I stretch it out when I'm nervous or whatever. I've always heard condescending things girls don't like it when you play with your hair, guys, or girls love it when you play with your own hair, or messing with your own hair. So let's just say for that, it's person to person. 3, when they smell good. Smell good, I don't even mean wear cologne, just don't stink. The smell of my husband's deodorant, even after a long day of just being deodorized, can do it for me. There is something too, I do have to say, when you're wearing a good amount of deodorant, you sweat a little bit, not a lot, sweat a little bit, but the deodorant activates a little bit, and it's it's a little of your own sweat, but it's also the deodorant too. And even a little bit on other people, it doesn't smell the worst. I hope, if you get what I'm trying to say, you get it. If you don't call me a freak, because that's a whole other. No, ladies, that's why I wear the same cologne Harry Styles does. So when you come up to me and you smell me, this is what Harry Styles smells like. But if it was like $12 for the cologne versus the $300 he pays for it, it's like Tom Ford Tobacco Vanille. That's what I use, folks. If you want to know what I smell like, just buy that. That's how I smell. I'm just built different, But no, I'm telling you, that's a good scent. I also just really like vanilla, so that's my jam.
This is the type of guy you get.
When they reach for something high up, this is number 4. When they reach for something high up, and you can see their stomachs and their happy trail.
What?
When they yawn and stretch or reach for something high up, and their shirts come up a little bit, and you can see their stomach and their happy trail. I'm gonna make an assumption. There's a couple specific body types for this, and I'm gonna make a strong suggestion. It's not my body type. It's very much not my body type. I think I have friends and they lost weight, but I look at their before pictures. I'm like, I wouldn't mind having that body, to be honest with you. I have one of those. I feel like I have like the disgusting type of fat guy body. And people are like, oh, I don't know, you don't seem very disgusting. I'm like, I work on it. I really do work on it. People are like, you spend a lot of time just like prepping yourself in the bathroom. I'm like, that's so you're not uncomfortable. Just letting you know that. Number 5, when they fix things. Just being handy drives me wild when my boyfriend fixes something or puts something together. Is it when the person you like fixes things? Or are we talking about when any man fixes things, it's a turn on to you? Because I've seen plumbers. I've seen electricians. I've seen guys who install internet to your home. And I gotta tell you, not a lot of those guys are attractive. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Ladies, sometimes you need to be a little more specific, Pacific on what you're trying to say here. Number 6, they are sweet to kids or pets. When they are sweet to kids or pets, it's just biology, I guess. That is a weird thing, because I don't know if I really believe that, because I love kids. Well, I don't love kids. I like hanging out with kids because they're funny and brutally honest and mean, and it's kind of funny to me. Pets, I fucking love. Nothing better. Getting a couple drinks in you, or smoke a joint, and you find a small animal, like a small dog, cats, and you just see that there's nothing better than finding a cat when you're under the influence. There's nothing better. That's the reason cats exist. It's just like, you're a cat, you're living in the house, you like sitting on your owner's lap, you like getting pets, you're one of those cats, like, you can't be like, come here, but like the cat will just come to you, That's how it is,
This is the type of guy you get.
But then like you're under the influence of something, like it's the best. It's the best. Number 7, when they're supportive. Honestly, being supportive, whenever I'm having a bad day or worried about something, my boyfriend is always there for me, telling me that everything will be fine or just letting me vent to him. Even then, I'm in a bad mood, I get a little turned on, LOL. I like the idea. That's just more just a valuable thing with like a partner to have when they're just supportive. And I don't know. Is it I'm not married. So is it wrong for me to say that you should you should partner up with someone who is supportive of you? Is it wrong of me to say that? Like, because I love getting I get some of your comments. You're like, you're not, bro, we already know you're not married. We already know you don't have anyone. I'm like, shut the fuck up. First of all, you're lucky to have fucking thick skin. And second of all, no, I just feel like, I don't know if it's like a turn on, like I'm like, I want to fuck right now. But like, that's just something, I don't know. That's something for me as a guy. And honestly, when a woman, and that's the problem, and it's it's such a hard story when you hear, like, there's women, there's probably some of you listening today that a guy is really into you, and probably the reason he's really into you is because you're not a shitty person. You're just a nice person, and you're just friendly to everyone, and he's in love with you, but you don't want to fuck him. You don't want to start a life with him. You're just nice to him. That's the real turn on I'm kind of thinking about this here. But no one told you life was gonna be this way. But that's a Friends reference, so we had to do that. So yeah, just if you're in a relationship, you should be supportive of your partner. If you just want bad fucking shit to happen to him, it's like I fucking hate the comedy. I hate my wife. I'm like, okay, no one forced you to marry them. It's unless you're Indian, maybe, I don't know. Even like Indian people, they're like, with the arranged marriages and shit, like, it's their choice to go into an arranged marriage, right? That's how it works. Number 8, when they're knowledgeable and helpful about a subject. Because usually when this topic comes up, it's called mansplaining, and that's what mansplaining is. Ladies, mansplaining is... No, that's a good joke, though. Fucking... I do know women like guys who have hobbies, and fellas, have a hobby, have something for your own shit. Don't be like, there's some guys who don't like have hobbies, like their hobbies are like getting a girlfriend and doing things with their girlfriends. Like, bro, that's so fucking sad of life. Get your own shit going on. You know, I feel like it's good to have your own shit going on, and then find a partner to fit around that. You know, that's how you do it. You know those guys I'm talking about. Like they're always hanging out with you. They're always kind of part of the group, hanging out, and they get a girlfriend, and they're gone forever. Like, you never see them again. We all know that guy. Number 9, when they wear a plain black t-shirt. Wearing a plain black t-shirt, no idea why, but I do love my husband in a plain black tee. I think you like your husband. I bet, I'm going to make a guess here. Plain black tee. I'm going to make a guess. I'm assuming you're a lady here. That you watched Grease as a kid. Grease specifically. And that was your sexual weight. There was like something, your downstairs area started feeling funny. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I bet that's why. And then you like your husband. But like, you saw James Gandolfini wearing a black shirt, you're not gonna be like, I want to fuck him right now. Like, let's all be realistic here. We're just being realistic with this shit. We're realistic with it. This is a very realistic show, you know. Number 10, when they whisper in our ears.
What?
When he washes his hair, when he is being a pest and has this shit-eating grin and giggles. When I'm being a pest and he gets this grin and just says, you're gonna get it if you keep this up. When he whispers in my ear, oh God, my panties hit the ground so hard, and he doesn't even have to be whispering anything sexy. When he rides his motorcycle, when he wears a suit, when he is asleep and he reaches out for me and squishes us together. When I'm sick or hurting and taking care of me. When he is dancing like a loon just because he can. When he gets insanely excited for something and gets really passionate about it. I realized while reading this that panties, that's how I would usually say it. But when I'm reading it, because I'm trying to be funny, my panties, you say it panty. You really emphasize that T sound. It's really funny. Apparently, I actually just realized this is not even anything on topic, but like I remember a friend sent me like a meme, was like, your jaw is like, there's a lot of pressure, you know, like holding your jaw up, like, you know, and you're like, you know, like a flexing type of feeling, holding your jaw in place. And I'm like, I don't have that. I've been studying voice and shit like that. My mouth just naturally can kind of rest open. There's not a lot of tension, and it's not tight, you know, around your jaw. So I have that. And that's why I can do so many great accents. Say there, you want some popsicles? Plenty of popsicles, gentlemen. Sailor. No, Mr. Superman, no here, no. No, I clean, we no index. It's Elmo. Elmo's coming to play. What other accents can I do? Well, I guess it's official. We're now on Facebook. I didn't know what to think about this at the start, but then somebody told me something that just started making all kinds of sense. She said, think about it more as a conversation.
I like that.
But then I'm starting to find on my own, it's wiping out the walls between you and me. I really like that. Oh,
And I really like that.
I can do a decent Garth. I think I really could. I would be the perfect person to play Garth in a biopic. But we have to stay true to the character. Okay? We have to stay true to the character and show every murder and have a backstory for every person. Number 11, when they perform manual labor, I think you just want chores done around your house. Okay? Number 11, when they perform manual labor, I'm just so fucking turned on right now. Honestly, though, ladies, if there's a chore you really want your man to do, just be like, all right, I'm going to give you a blowy. But after that, you have to do this specific chore or whatever. Every guy will be like, all right. And she sucks the kidney stone right out of your dick, and then you go on doing chores the rest of the day. But you're like relaxed and in a good mood doing it, so it's even better. Number 12, when they make good eye contact. I think that differs person to person. I'm a little bad at eye contact. I don't know, it makes me nervous. I don't know. I have anxiety, folks. I take my meds, okay? I take my meds. Sometimes it just makes me uncomfortable and I don't like it. So, but I will make eye contact. It's not that bad. I don't know. Why does eye contact feel weird to me? That is a weird thing for me. I know how to fake it. So if people are thinking like, oh yeah, he makes really good eye contact. I'm like, no. I'm like looking at a spot on your face that looks like it's going close to the eyes, but it's not the eyes. It's hard to look directly in the eyes, but I can make it pretend. Pretending is fun. Number 13, when they expose their forearms. I have heard about this one. Like you roll up, like it's better to buy, if you're wearing a button-up shirt, it's better to buy a long sleeve button-up shirt and roll back the sleeves looks better than typically like a short sleeve. These are like nice shirts, not like your fucking Hawaiian shirt. Hawaiian shirt's the official uniform of a chubby guy who wants to get laid. Like that is Tommy Bahama is when you get divorced for the first time and you're kind of fat. But no, I do have fat guy. I have some fat guy button-ups. Like I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Number 14, when they're like, yes, ma'am. Someone wants a sub. And honestly, between Domino's and Subway, I will pick Subway. I think Domino's is trash pizza. And I hear people talking like their favorite chain is Domino's. I don't know, because, in the place I've lived, like, when I lived in Kansas, we didn't have a Domino's. Every place I've lived in Missouri had a Domino's. And they all tasted like cardboard. The closest Domino's to me in Nashville. The cheese bread, they have like this cheese bread. And honestly, I'll just get 2 of those. And like, if I'm going to eat Domino's, that's what I get. But even the most of what I've had in Nashville have been like ass. So I don't know, every Domino's, but people in California are like, yeah, if I'm going to get pizza, I just go Domino's, I'm like, is Domino's better in California or Los Angeles, or what's going on? I can't figure that out. Yeah, we're talking about sexy things guys do, right? Not talking about my opinion on Domino's. Why did I even come to that? Oh, yeah, yes, ma'am. I can't remember how I got to there. 15, when they drop the macho facade and get vulnerable. Now, I've spoke on this a lot. And people are like, it's fat Andrew Tate. I'm like, first of all, me and Andrew Tate don't look alike, so I can't be the fat version of him, okay? First of all, we can't do that. Second of all, I've known about the guy before you did, and the reason why I know him, because he made fucking goofy videos like, women should clean unprompted. And he's like, my credit card never declines. I'm like, do you have like overdraft protection or something? But women they don't like a guy who's vulnerable. They like a guy who's not vulnerable, and then when they like it when he gets vulnerable. That makes sense. Like, if you're just a guy who cries all the time, their pussy dries up. Like, it just dries up. Like, men like this, it's very vulnerable. It's just like a guy who doesn't be vulnerable. Like, when he gets vulnerable, it's a turn on for him. So, you gotta bottle up your feelings, or just get a therapist and don't fuck your therapist. I told y'all I'm going to therapy. I don't want to fuck my therapist. It would be funny if she started fucking listening to this show. She'd be like, sorry, I don't want to fuck you, therapist. Therapist, I know your name. I'm just not going to say it, honey. 16, when they act protective in a non-creepy way. I actually do think that that's a good thing. You know, like, first of all, yeah, there's a way to not be creepy about it, but, like, you know, some guys, they have good intentions. Because, like, I'm not a creep. I'm not a creep, but I'm a weirdo. So I was like, if you're going out bar drinking, I don't know, when we go out with friends or whatever, we go to a bar, I do kind of like, we need to keep tabs on the ladies. Not like, in a bad way, just like, hey, no one, like, she didn't just disappear out of nowhere, right? You got to keep track of where they are, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be like, I think some guys do that to try to fuck, and I just do it to make sure that they don't die. So,
that's rough, buddy.
That's the difference. You're protecting her to try to get laid. I'm protecting her because I don't want it on my guilty conscience. We're not the same. 17, when they show physical strength. This is why guys are lifting chairs at church. That's why they're lifting so many goddamn chairs, because they know the women are watching. They know the women are watching when you lift those chairs. And I gotta tell you, I could be like, that's a funny joke, but I'm part of the problem. I don't go to church anymore, but I was part of the problem. Like, I'd show 6 chairs in my hand, just to impress those girls. If you want to know about Christian dating rituals, putting away chairs is one of them. That's how you find a mate and shit like that. 18, when they get the occasional gray hair. I think it's just more common that women are attracted to older men. I feel like, for the most part, we're gonna pretend we all have a good morals and shit. That men are into younger looking women, but women are into older looking men, and so gray hairs aren't really a bad thing. That's the nice thing about being a man. That's the nice thing about being a man getting older. It's like, one, you're always able to have children. Like, unless you get surgery, or you already had a problem, or you put your balls in the microwave, you will always be able to have kids. But women, there's a time clock. So that's about a man. It's like, oh wow, I'm going to be 30 and not married. I'm like, I'm not concerned, because I'm like, one, I don't want kids right now. I don't even know if I want kids at all, for the most part. And two, 25-year-olds are always going to exist, so I'm not too worried. 19, when they speak a second language, I don't know. Have you seen those Indian guys who work at call center lines? You're like, hello, my name is Tariq, send Bob and Vagine. Are those guys attractive to you? Oh, yeah, they speak 2 languages. You better show them your Bob and Vagine. And our last one, when they wear leather gloves. Wear leather gloves? I've discussed this with many of my friends, and we don't quite know why, but a well-dressed man plus leather gloves, instant lady... What? The fuck is that? Leather gloves? So I want to know, the specifics. There's circumstances you wear leather gloves. And I'm looking at, black leather gloves, the original patent for the car may have required us to use gloves, because it's called a glove box it's called a glove box for a reason. I know it's a How I Met Your Mother joke, but it's called a glove box for a reason. So I don't know what to say, but I don't get the leather gloves thing. I know women are into hands like men are into feet. Not me though. I'm not into feet. My friend TJ of Ghost Town Remedy, I think they're releasing a new song this Friday, so go pre-save that shit. I'm not, but you can. I'm not that interested in that. But, yeah, he's into feet. I'm not. But yeah, but women are into hands like guys are into feet. So fellas, you gotta clip. That's the nice thing, and I'll say this before we move on to our next segment. I will say the best thing about playing guitar and teaching your sons, your penis havers, the ones who are trying to fuck women, those children of yours. The reason why you teach them why they need to keep up with their nail maintenance and like trim their nails short is because that way, one, guitar makes you have to do that, or else like it just feels uncomfortable. You're having a rough time, like your nails are on the fingerboard, and I hate that feeling. But it's like nails on a chalkboard, kind of for me. But yeah, but the real reason, it's trimming them for guitar use, but then fingering ladies, if you know what I'm saying. Thank you for watching this clip.